First thing we want to do is jack the vehicle up as high as we can so we can slip under, and then have it relatively level. So I'm on roll-up stands in the front, and I have my jack stands in the rear. And I'm pretty close to level. Once we're under the vehicle, we're going to find our transmission drain plug. Should be on the passenger side of your transmission pan. This is an 8mm Allen. There we go, we'll just let that drain. Should be good enough. We'll put our drain plug back in. We're just gonna snug it up so it doesn't leak on us. Just a little snug. We'll torque that down later. Now we can pull off our perimeter bolts, 10mm. So now comes a little challenge. We need to unstick our transmission pan from our transmission. Subaru uses a really sticky RTV. What has worked really good for me in the past is like a putty knife, like a 2-inch putty knife. I can't seem to find mine, so I'm just gonna use a flat screwdriver. Just put it in the seam, give it a little tap. There we go. Make sure our pan is in a good spot to collect any drips. Slowly peel it away. This is the messy part. I'm gonna put one bolt back in just so it doesn't drop all the way down on me. Nice and slow, nice and easy. Take this back out. Okay, there we go. We'll just set our pan aside. We'll clean that out a little bit later. Now we want to take out our filter. There should be 3 10mm bolts. All right, we'll hold on to the filter. Don't drop your bolt in your catch pan, and you'll just be fishing it out. Okay, make sure our catch pan will catch it. There, nice. You should have your O-ring attached to your filter. If you don't see it on your filter, we want to pick it out of where the filter came from. While we're down here, we'll go ahead, clean off our surface really well, get this old RTV off. We'll just use a razor blade, go ahead and scrape. Try your best not to gouge anything, but if you accidentally do, because this is an RTV gasket, that's okay, it'll seal. But just do your best. Now we'll take some brake clean on a rag. We'll just wipe this off really good. Just do a once wipe, and we'll wipe it one more time right before the pan goes up. We just want to get all the oil and old RTV off the best we can. If a little's left behind, that's okay. There we go. That looks really good. If we got any RTV inside the transmission, we'll just wipe that, get it all out. You don't want any debris inside. Okay, looks good. We got our new filter. Make sure the O-ring's on it, and we'll lube it up with a little transmission fluid. Pop it in. There we go. These bolts in. Same thing with tightening these down. If you're using an electric ratchet, just be careful. These are also 6.6 foot-pounds. On the pan, we'll do our best to scrape off as much gasket as possible, just with a razor blade or whatever you got to scrape. Then we'll remove our magnet right there. We'll just clean off our magnet really nice. All right, we'll set this aside. We want to clean out the inside of the pan the best we can, get all this RTV out. We'll spray it with some brake clean and just make it look really good. All this old fluid, soak that up, get it out. Want to make sure that there's no debris left in the bottom of this pan. Let me get some brake clean. Get any oil off, especially around the rim where our new RTV is going to go. Want that nice and clean, oil free. Yeah, it's looking really good. There's a little debris in it. I'll blow it out with my air gun. We got it all blown out. Practically looks brand new. We'll put our magnet back in, just over that little bump. Before we do our RTV, we're gonna do one more spray just around the perimeter so we get a nice adhesion. We'll try not to touch it again with our hands. There we go. Let's throw our bead on. When you're laying your bead of RTV, it doesn't have to be too thick. Just a nice light 1/16 to an 1/8 inch all around, and we'll also circle our bolt holes. We'll just start here, go around, do a little circle. And just keep doing that all the way around. All right, and what I put is even a little on the thick side. You can even go a little less. I'm just straightening this one out. I got a little too far out. All right, back under. Let's put our pan on. I'm gonna wipe our transmission surface one more time, just to get anything off that might have got on there. All the way around. Perfect. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then before anything can get on it again, we'll slap our pan on right away. Get a bolt nice and gentle. Okay, got one in there. And I'll put one in the front. All right, that's gonna hold it for me. Then I'll just put in all the rest. So follow the directions on your RTV bottle. A lot of times you just wanna tighten it up until it begins to squish, then let it sit for about an hour and then torque it. But whatever your bottle says, follow that. When it comes time to torque yours down, they are 3.7 foot-pounds or 44 inch-pounds. Once you're finished there, we'll fill it up. We are all ready to fill up our fluid. We'll go ahead and torque down our drain plug. That is 14.8 foot-pounds, or you can round up to 15. Our fill plug is on the back of the transmission on the driver's side. 10mm Allen. Crack that loose. There should be a fill plug with the gasket. Nice. When I measured the amount of fluid that went into my catch pan, it was right under 8 quarts. So that's what I'm expecting to put in, right around 8 quarts. To fill it up, I have a little hand pump. This end will go in my bottles, and then this end will go right in here into the fill. We'll just fill it up until it starts trickling out of our fill plug, and then we'll put the plug back in, start it up, run it through the gears, and let it warm up. Check it again. We're using genuine Subaru transmission fluid. Now we'll pump away. All right, we were lightly dribbling out at 5 quarts. So we're about 3 quarts left to go, but I can't fill up anymore. Let's go ahead and run it through the gears and see how much more we can put in here. I'm gonna read the data stream and we want the temperature. So ATF temp, okay. We wanna be between 95 and 113 degrees. Let's start it up. We'll go ahead and run through the gears. Got it in reverse, neutral, drive, neutral, reverse. I'll just keep doing this until our transmission fluid comes in range. All right, we are just at the bottom of our temperature. So let's head under, we'll pull off our fill plug and keep filling. Back under the vehicle, we want the engine still running. Pull this off, have your catch underneath just in case. There we go. All right, let's keep filling it up. Now we'll fill it up until fluid starts running out. All right, that's my 8th quart. I put all 8 quarts in and nothing's dripping out. So I'm gonna take a little angled pick and use it kind of like a dipstick and see how close the fluid is to our fill plug rim. Put that in. It actually goes all the way up to my 90-degree bend, so it is just right there on the edge. So I think that's good enough. We'll torque this to 36.9 foot-pounds or round up to 37. There we go. Wipe it off, wipe everywhere, just to clean it up really good, and we're done.